Christmas doesn't feel the same anymore. Man, Christmas really just didn't hit like it used to. You probably heard that a lot. You probably even said it. I know I did. Probably wondering why the heck is this guy outside in 0-degree temperatures talking about Christmas a month later? Well, I gave it some thought, and the truth is, I think that line of thinking applies to a lot of us. If this video came up in your algorithm, it's likely you really feel those things. And honestly, it's why I'm even out here in the first place making this video, is that it applies to our everyday lives. Now, I don't know about you, but when Christmas actually came, like Christmas Eve and the 25th, I had a blast. Like, it was awesome. I enjoyed being with friends and family. It was like the best I felt in a very long time. And then I woke up the next day, I go on my phone before I head into work, and I see a bunch of TikToks, like I'm sure you did, where everybody's saying, like, and just like that, it's over. Christmas didn't feel the same this year. I go in the comments, everybody's kind of sharing that same line of thinking, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. Well, there is, and I think I have the solution here. And, you know, we're a month removed now. Yeah, it's the end of January, and I think basically what I'm getting at here is I'm not going to give us some solution to make Christmas feel like it did when you're a kid, when you wake up on Christmas morning hoping you get that Lego set or that new video game or something like that. But when I really take a step back and think, like, the day after Thanksgiving, obviously you put the decorations up, get the Christmas tree up. If you're like me, watch a few Christmas movies, and that's that. I didn't do anything that whole month. I just went to work, went to the gym, tried to be healthy, and pretty much came home every night watching sports and maybe playing video games. I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything festive. I don't really know. Like, I didn't really, well, there wasn't snow. I didn't go sledding, but, like, you know what I mean. I didn't go out. I didn't visit some places I haven't seen before and see, like, Christmas decorations. I didn't do any of that. And the point is, I think a big reason why a lot of us felt that way is because you probably were in the same boat. Instead, you came home and just scrolled your phone on social media. And to give you some context, I make a living working in social media, actually. And you're probably like, oh, really? I haven't seen your face or heard your voice before. Well, because a lot of it's behind the scenes. The car dealership hired me about a year ago, and I run their social media pages, all of video content, all that stuff. A few other things I've done along the way. I'm 26 years old, unfortunately, still living at home, and that certainly takes a toll on me. I thought at this point, if you would ask me 5 years ago where I'd be, wouldn't be in this position. Now, I'm not here to make it some sob story or anything like that, but just giving you some context. I'm sure some of you can probably even relate to that. A lot of my friends have moved far, live far, maybe they're married or settling down, and, you know, here I am. So, if you're like me, with those habits of scrolling social media and comparing yourself and seeing other people, it can really take a toll on you. And the thing is, I'm not saying to delete social media or get rid of your smartphone or anything like that. Maybe limit your usage, certainly, but it's funny, like, I certainly can't get rid of this thing. I make a living doing it, and here I am making this video, trying to help and connect with people. But it's funny, when you think of the word social media, like when this first all started, you would think it was for a way for all of us to connect and socialize with each other at scale in ways we've never done before. And you can still do that. That's the funny thing. Like, that's maybe not what big tech and AI wants it to be, but us humans can make it that, right? And basically what I'm getting at here is that's the issue. All of us have become like hermits and damn near antisocial and so much in our own heads and in our own ways that normal everyday life is so freaking numb. And then you top that with, like, all the things we partake in, like alcohol, drugs maybe, nicotine, like, you name it. I do nicotine pouches. It's a habit I'm trying to kick. There's, like, some benefit to it, but I do feel like it does get in the way sometimes, but that's a whole nother thing. So So that all just piled up, and you know, our lives have become too routine. And I notice whenever I start to get in my own head or feel like depressed or anything like that, it's because I'm living too much of a routine life. I need to do something to break it up. And you know what that means? Maybe that means on a Thursday after work, going out with some friends or people you never met before and grabbing a beer and watching a sports game and socializing instead of coming home, sitting on your couch, half paying attention to the sports game and just scrolling on your phone. And you just get miserable, absolutely miserable. And all these like I'm not here to sell you a course or anything like that, by the way, if that's not evident. But all these like big, you know, health gurus and gym guys on social media tell you to never touch alcohol and stuff like that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, and I'm not here to say, you know, start drinking every day, but it's like, I don't know, a few times a month, go out and go do it. Go have fun. You never know who you're gonna meet, you know? And chances are you probably just needed that night. You come home, maybe you're a little hungover the next day, but you feel so much better. Like, have you ever noticed, it doesn't happen often, but have you ever noticed when you actually go out and have a fun time, maybe you drink a little bit too much? Yeah, you wake up feeling hungover the next day, but like you almost have more energy for life even when you're slightly hungover versus like when you get stuck in your routine so much, like you're eating healthy, you're going to the gym, going to bed at a good time. You wake up the next day, you're not hungover. You would think you have all this energy, but you're just kind of feeling numb. Crazy concept, right? I've noticed that's happened to me before. Crazy thing. So basically what I'm getting at is we all need to get out and do things we haven't done before. And for me, it was starting my own, this right here, my own personal brand. I'm just gonna go out in nature, 0 degrees out, by the way, I'm cold, and I'm just gonna record this video. And it's a Saturday, a lot of good college basketball on. I will watch it, the Royal Rumble's today, but I have time in between. And instead of just sitting home scrolling my phone waiting for those games to kick off or tip off, you know, stuff like that, I think I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym. And that's another thing for people who are getting into fitness. When I first got out of school, obviously I don't have sports to fall back on. I don't have a coach up my ass, you know, telling me to get in the weight room and making me condition and stuff like that. And I kind of built a tiny home gym in my basement. And it was good, like it definitely kept me in shape to a certain extent. But I really don't recommend it. I recommend, especially if you're young like me, get a gym membership, be out in public, challenge yourself. And I know it can be awkward. It was awkward for me at first. I felt uncomfortable. Even though I'm not like some fat slob. I'm like 5'10", 168 or something like that. I'm like in between right now, looking like I'm really, like, not really, but looking like I'm fit for my age. And then there's sometimes where you can sort of see a dad body, you know what I mean? But do you get where I'm getting at with this video here? I know it's taken me damn near 10 minutes to get to this point. So that logic, I'm tying this Christmas thing in because I really just thought about it, because on Christmas I felt better than I felt in a very long time, and it was because I was not on my phone at all that day. I was literally just socializing, hanging out with people I haven't seen in a while, laughing, having a good time. Everything was flowing. Wasn't overthinking. That's something that if you spend a lot of time scrolling on your phone and just numbing yourself, you overthink. But again, the other 23, 24 days of the month, way too routine. And I refuse to let that happen again, you know, come December of 2026. But most importantly, I just refuse to let that happen in general. And that's what I've learned here. So I know none of this was like earth-shattering or anything like that. I just really wanted to get on here and share some thoughts and feelings that I know a lot of you have. And boy, January, talk about a boring month. I don't know where you live. I'm on the East Coast. I'm sure you see the Eagles logo. You have an idea of where I probably live. It's cold. It is cold and everybody's miserable. You know, we're a month removed from the holiday, and business is kind of slow in January, so it is easy to get miserable right now. It is easy to get depressed, get in your head, and become a hermit. So another thing is, back to the social media thing, it's all about baby steps when it comes to this stuff. So I'm sure a lot of you, I deal with it. And when I tell people I deal with social anxiety, they look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, what? You seem like a very confident, like in your own shoes type of person. I'm like, yeah, well, it's not always the case. Sometimes I feel that way. And then there's other times where I feel like just terrified to talk to people and like challenge myself, you know? And it sucks. It's something I'm trying to work on. Baby steps with that. Maybe that means talking to that coworker you haven't really broken the ice with. You know what I mean? And you just never know where that can lead. But ultimately, it's not everything has to be transactional. Like, it's not about, oh, well, maybe this guy can help me get promoted and make more money. It's not about that, guys. If you live your life that way, and I did, you're gonna be more miserable. You will. It's not transactional. We're all humans. We all have our own battles. You may not get along with everybody, but you can make an effort to connect with people. And that's the point. Now back to the social media thing. I'm sure a lot of you, when you you can check your screen time. Now mine's high just because I work in social media, so I'm using my phone a lot. Like, believe it or not, it's gotten a lot better. I don't spend a lot of time on the apps themselves. It's more so just recording stuff, texting it, like whatever the case may be. Now I do fall into the trap occasionally of scrolling, and it sucks doing that. But a lot of you, I'm sure, spend like 8+ hours a day screen time on your phone, and it's not productive. Obviously, you want to limit screen time. I know everybody says that. All these gurus online say that, and they're true. They're right. You should absolutely limit screen time. But also, like, when you are using it, try your best to be productive with it. Like, we all have that one friend in the friend group or Instagram DM that's constantly sharing videos with you. And, like, you spend all this time on your phone, and all you can really do, you probably don't even watch the videos at this point. You just heart the message to let them know you're there or saw it. And like, who knows? Maybe that guy is just brain rotting and thought it was funny and wanted to share it with you. And it's really that's that. It's not that deep. But that person could be communicating on a deeper level, like, hey, I'm here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't realize they're doing it, but they just want you to know they're still around. Like, they may be feeling lonely or missing or something like that. So there's like levels to this. So it's like, maybe this person is a friend or something. Maybe you're not super close. Maybe you were more close at one point. Maybe you recall a conversation you actually had with them where they said something like, man, I've been really wanting to get into golf. It seems like everybody's playing golf. I'd love to get into that. I don't know how to play. Guess what? Share them on Instagram DMs or text them a golf video for beginners or something like that. And be like, hey man, saw this video, made me think about you. You know how good that would make that person feel? And it's as simple as that. And like, who knows? Again, it doesn't have to be transactional, but who knows? Like, that could lead to, you can't play golf right now, but in a few months when the weather's nice, you guys go, you find a new hobby that you love and you start making new friends, and it just leads to so many awesome things, opportunities, and just you start to feel good. You're connecting with people, you're experiencing the world how it's supposed to be, and you use social media to get you there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, social media doesn't have to be the devil. I know big tech and AI wants it to be that, wants it to do what it's done to a lot of us, especially some of us young men. We're supposed to be out conquering the world. But anyhow, just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm really curious to see who this video and message hits, and I really encourage all of you to share anything in the comments, because I really just wanted to do this to connect with people who are down and needed their spirits lifted up. And I just wanted to be relatable, you know what I mean? I'm not here to sell you a course or anything like that. I just finally stepped out of my comfort zone today, decided to do something like this. this. I've never really been this vulnerable, believe it or not. All my years in social media doing stuff, I've never just got on the camera like this and been vulnerable. And decided now was the time to finally do it. And to a certain extent, I'm doing it for me. I hope it can like turn into something. But at the same time, I just felt it in my heart that this message needed to get out and be shared, because I know there's a lot of people out there that feel this way, and I want to connect with you guys. So share your stories, any advice you may have. I'm not the guru or expert. I'm just here to help any way I can. So hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to meeting you guys. Simple as that.